right, guys, we're back. See, give it a minute or two, see if people start coming back or not. Hope Crazy Joe comes in the chat. Yeah, I'm not sure where Crazy Joe is. I didn't see him last night in Dave's live stream either. Yeah, apparently they showed an ad before my live stream. I had that happen on my TV. My usual mocha coffee drink, Joey, from Starbucks. Hey Jason, what's up? So, like I said, we'll wait a minute or two. Try to get the viewer count back up a little bit. Excuse me. Movie Hunter's back. Marie Sav's back. Oh, it says, I think I might film my CD collection. Mine's all in boxes in my bedroom, so. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? No, no, no. Man, you get your mail early, Movie Hunter. I'm waiting. Man, the post office has been brutal. I had 3 or 4 packages I thought were getting shipped today. It looks like one's going to show up. Oh, yeah? The problem is there hasn't been a better format than a CD, Joey Baseball, and don't tell me digital because that's not a physical format. Oh, I have them in boxes. Like I had quite a big CD collection. So I love that Jacob is texting me while the live stream's going on. Have I been watching anything on Netflix? We watched The Dirt the other night. That was good. And we've been watching Fleabag on Amazon between movies. So, Movie Owner says Best Buy delayed my Birds of Prey and Mandy Steelbook. Man, the Birds of Prey Steelbook has been apparently it went up to like $125 on eBay because they announced that people didn't want to wait a month for their steelbooks to ship. Like Best Buy still had it, and it said we'll ship in June, and people were paying $125 on eBay. I don't get it. Yeah, I remember you sending Dave your CD collection, Joe. Glad to hear I'm not the only one tired of the remakes, Raymond. So, I guess this is it for now. We're at 16 people. I didn't want to end it before, but I was very distracted by not hearing back from the dentist. But that's all resolved now. I have an appointment, so that's going to bring me to a few other bits of news. I will not be going live Thursday morning because I will be at the dentist, which is one of my least favorite places in the world to be. But maybe I will go live later in the day on Thursday or on Friday. Maybe later in the day Thursday, depending on how my appointment goes. So keep an eye on social media. Keep an eye on like Instagram. So Movie Hunter said I'm 3 targets to get the new Justice League Steelbook. The website said they had not a single target had them. Not a good day for Steelbooks for me. I wish people could go in the place of me because, like I said, I am terrified of going. So, so I just got a pretty interesting email. So I guess I can drop some like official movie release date news. I'll go live with a numb mouth. take a drink, it'll all just spill out over the front of me. I just got an email telling me that Trolls World Tour is coming out on 4K and Blu-ray on July 7th. So that's a bit of an exclusive news piece for you guys. It'll be getting a physical release, Trolls World Tour, the first massive movie to get released VOD in place of a theatrical release, is coming out July 7th to physical media. So they now have a physical release that's coming out in July, and a newer movie. So that's the inside scoop, guys. You got the inside. You got the 411. Oh, Marie, if only you could for me. So, all right. So we left off with A Beautiful Mind. Not quite the amount of people that were watching before, but I figured there wouldn't be people who would rejoin. Um, did I see Scoob? Nope. I'm not going to pay $20 or $25 to watch Scoob. I'm not super excited about it, so I will eventually watch it when it comes out on physical and can rent from like Redbox or DVD.com. I'm not going to spend that money to see Scoob, and I'm not going to watch it the way Joey Baseball is going to tell me to, which is download the torrent. It's free. So, all right. So next up, I'll show two things, and that is Beauty and the Beast. This being the Diamond edition, the animated film. And then speaking of live action Disney movies, we have this one, which I wasn't a very big fan of, and that is the live action Beauty and the Beast, which stars Emma Watson and Josh Gad and what's his name? Luke what? Luke Evans. That's it. Kevin Kline, Dan Stevens. So I love the animated Beauty and the Beast. It's a fantastic movie. This is super heavy. Why is this so heavy? It comes with the Blu-ray guide. It comes with them. These booklets are heavy to begin with. There's a book about 3D. It's like an advertisement book. Advertising Fantasia and Fantasia 2000 on Blu-ray, which I believe are out of print. It comes with the feature, the bonus material, and the DVD feature. So. But once again, they turn a 92-minute movie into a 129-minute movie. Why? Why? They add an extra 37 minutes to this movie that's already fantastic, paced very well, and then, what, like, WTF? Love the animated Beauty and the Beast a whole heck of a lot more, Kyle says. I agree. Joey Baseball says what I already knew. Not supporting film. Jason says, how can you put Dick Dastardly in a film and not include Muttley? Roman says, I think Disney has ran out of creativity. I don't agree with that because, Onward was fantastic. And I think Soul looks good, although they're both Disney Pixar films. Even Moana was a good movie. Was Moana the last Disney, Walt Disney animated film, or was there something else? I guess Wreck-It Ralph 2 isn't Pixar, that's Disney animated. Zootopia, but Zootopia wasn't after Moana. It was before Moana. Ollie says, favorite of the live actions. If I had to pick one, it would be Dumbo. Dumbo or Jungle Book. I really did enjoy the Jungle Book, but Dumbo is the only one that's really done something different with the film and offered something new. And it was a Tim Burton movie, and I still enjoyed it. So that says something. Trust me. Next up, we got like 4 Disney movies in a row. We had the 2 Beauty and the Beast movies. Anybody want to guess what's next? Since it's a Disney film, that's a hint. Guess one of the next 2 movies. They're both made by Disney. So we just did Beauty, so BEA. We got 2 Disney films back to back on Blu-ray. What do we think they are? Oh yeah, Frozen 2's Disney animation. I don't know why I always have that as Pixar in my head. Bambi doesn't start with BEA. Gary loves Moana. Moana's good for sure. Um, Trash Boat says Disney is overrated. I, hmm. If Disney and Disney Pixar weren't putting out animated movies, the animated film scene would be in a lot of trouble right now. Nope, not Beauty and the Beast 2, not Brave Marie. You think I go from BEA to BR? The rest of this stack I don't even get out of the BEs. There's another hint. Beautiful Mind I already showed. That's not a Disney film. Thinking they're both live action, although this one is live action and animated, and the other one's live action. So Beastly, no. Dream, no. I don't think they're necessarily better. Trash Boat, Madagascar 86 and Shrek 42. Like they're just making sequels. They're making a Crudes 2, How to Train Your Dragon 48. Like they're not coming out with original ideas. The Beautiful Mind of Mary Poppins. No. I don't know, Hank. I'm not really in a rush to get back to theaters, honestly, with everything going on. So next up is Bedknobs and Broomsticks, which nobody guessed. Boss Baby is not a Disney film. Come on. So we have Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Does it say what year this is from? 1970. This might be 50 years old, I think. 70, 71. Yep. Ollie was right. So Trash Boat, you're now comparing live action Disney to animated Disney. We're not comparing animated Disney to animated DreamWorks and Illuminations. You're not comparing apples to apples, buddy. You got to compare. You got to compare like stuff. Disney's only made 3 Star Wars movies, if you want to get technical. Um, and Marvel is part of a universe. It's not like it's Iron Man 26. So your argument has flaws in it, in my opinion. But yeah, yeah, I don't know if they'll put out a 50th anniversary of this. I feel like this is one that's not a very popular release. It's a movie I watched when I was a younger kid, but has definitely been a long time. I remember the runtime being I remember the runtime being the part that hurts this movie. It's like a 2 hour movie and it drags for me. So we got Bedknobs and Broomsticks there. Next up, everybody's favorite comedic actor. Another heavy case. This has the Blu-ray, the bonus, I don't know, Blu-ray DVD, and then the Disney file uh, digital copy disc. Bedtime Stories with Adam Sandler. Also stars Kerry Russell and Russell Brand. Guy Pearce is in this as well. Courtney Cox, Lucy Lawless, Teresa Palmer. I actually enjoyed this movie. It's not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but I thought it was a good family film. Definitely a departure for typical Adam Sandler. Marie bought another copy of Bambi. I can't say I'm surprised by that. So we got Bedtime Stories here. Like I said, I enjoy this movie. It's a good family film. One I would recommend for sure. We're at the halfway point of showing the stack off. Here's a fantastic animated film. This is from 2007, featuring the voice of Jerry Seinfeld, and that is B Movie with the slipcover there. So B Movie is a very fun film, in my opinion. You know, I actually really enjoyed this. A lot of people might not be a fan, but I was a fan of this. So we got B Movie there. I also just found out, if you guys didn't watch my mystery Second and Charles unboxing yesterday, um, somebody filled me in that Shark Tale is available on Blu-ray. So I need to keep my eyes out for Shark Tale on Blu-ray. It's a similar artwork to this. That's what reminded me about it. Um, Movie Hunter says I haven't seen it yet. Marie says seen it. Fun. The Bees. Yeah, Bee Movie's a fun movie. I enjoy it. I can't believe it's 13 years old. Like it seems newer than that, or maybe older than that. It just 13 years old doesn't feel right. 2007, but it is what it is. It's funny that Seinfeld is the only voice that they list on here. Weren't there other celebrities that did voices in this, or am I confusing it? But anyway, B movie, a fun watch. Joey Baseball, have you seen the B movie memes? I have not. Martinez Joe says Sharktown Blue, I think is a Walmart exclusive. Oh, I think I saw it on Amazon. Maybe not. I'll have to do more research. Next up, why are still so many Blu-rays released with a DVD copy in it? I personally never watch a DVD if I have the same movie on Blu-ray. um, I think that they do that because it used to be a big selling point where if you bought a Blu-ray DVD combo, you could put the DVD in like a portable DVD player and watch the Blu-ray at home. Um, so people are saying Renee Zellweger, Matthew Broderick, Patrick Warburton, Chris Rock also do voices in B movie. Yeah, it's weird that they don't have anybody else listed in the cast, but a lot of people don't have portable DVD players anymore. So I don't get why Blu-rays just don't do Blu-ray and digital. Although I will say I'm a fan that 4Ks do 4K and Blu-ray, um, because a lot of people have bought 4K movies, because they can still watch the Blu-ray with hopes and planning on upgrading to 4K at some point. So I like when it's forward thinking, but there needs to be like a cutoff time where you just do like Blu-ray and digital and not include the DVD anymore. Also, Movie Hunter says DVD is still the most popular format. I agree with that. It sells a ton of um, a ton of copies still with new releases on DVD. Um, I mean, I would say switch over to Blu-ray digital if they're going to lower the price point. If it's still going to be $20 for new release, then keep a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. Like, give me that extra disc for the same price. Like, that's fine. But if you're gonna drop new releases to like 12.96, 14.96, do I need that DVD for the extra $8? Probably not. And I would probably just buy the regular Blu-ray digital combo thing. Next up, classic Broken Lizard comedy movie. A movie I really love, really enjoy. Beer Fest with Das Boot. Like I said, it has the Broken Lizard crew, which is Jay Chandrasekhar, Kevin Heffernan, Steve Lemmy, Paul Soder, and Eric Stolhansky. But it also features Will Forte, Monique, Eric Christian Olsen, Cloris Leachman, Das Boot. So, Beer Fest is a very fun movie. This being the unrated version, which is funny because I don't really remember much of a difference between this and the rated version. There's some disc art for you guys, but I really like Beer Fest. I really like the drinking Olympics. Um, they tease a sequel to Beer Fest at the end. Never happens. We were hoping for Pot Fest with Willie Nelson. It just didn't pan out. Jesse even says Beer Fest was funny. He was disappointed they didn't do Pot Fest. They hinted at the end. Yeah, they tease. Where he says, "Have not seen that film. Are they drunk?" Yeah, they do drinking games, and they're all beer drinkers. So it's a very fun watch. Completely, totally unrated Beer Fest. So I enjoy this. I enjoy Super Troopers 1 and 2. I have Slam and Salmon. I haven't watched that in a very long time. I have Club Dread on DVD because they never got Blu-ray release. but I haven't watched that in a long time either. Next up, we got Steelbook, and it is Michael Keaton in Beetlejuice. This also stars, as you know, Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis, Jeffrey Jones, Catherine O'Hara, Winona Ryder. Um, but yeah, I love Beetlejuice. I like the Steelbook. I think it's fun artwork on there. I don't own Baby Makers. I have seen it, Brandon. Baby Makers is tough, and I don't own Puddle Cruiser. I'm not a fan of Puddle Cruiser either. So, I like this Steelbook. As you can tell, it's still brand new, factory sealed. There we go. There's the rub. Yeah, I'm glad they haven't tried to reboot this yet either. Here lies Beetlejuice. Raymond says he watched Booksmart yesterday. Love Booksmart. I hope Beetlejuice 2 never gets made. They don't need to make a sequel to this. Just have it be a standalone classic. I don't need a Beetlejuice 2. They've teased it for years. I don't think it's necessary. No, this is one of the only PG movies I remember with an F bomb or two. You have to watch PG movies from prior to like 1984. There were definitely PG movies with F bombs and nudity, like Airplane. So that was before they had PG-13. It was either PG or Radar. So Beetlejuice Steelbook, love that. Next up, haven't seen this one. This was a Dollar Tree title. Mark Strong, Colin Firth, Nicole Kidman. Anybody else? That's it. And it is Before I Go to Sleep. Like I said, have not watched this one yet. It was a Dollar Tree movie. 92-minute runtime. Like I said, I blind bought a lot of stuff at Dollar Tree. If the cast was good or if the premise sounded good, for $1 I bought it. But like I said, have not watched it. I'm sure. Let's see. Marie hasn't seen it. Ollie has the book. Has anybody actually watched this movie? Movie Hunter hasn't seen it. Excuse me. Blu-ray Snob says it's a horror movie. No, I think it's just a like a suspense thriller movie. I don't think it's a horror film. Trash Boat says Before I Go to Sleep is like Memento. If you aren't smart enough for Memento, it's very boring. Fair enough. Sav has not seen it. Brendan says it's decent. So yeah, Before I Go to Sleep. Oh, here, hold on. Wait. Am I Nicole Kidman now? Am I doing this right? Yeah, you can watch his video after we're done here. I'm almost done. Um, it's basically just showing what he kept from the big haul that he got in New Jersey. So you guys can wait. I'm almost done. I promise. His video's not going anywhere. This is another film I've never seen. I forget where I got this. Was this a Dollar Tree movie? I don't know if this was Dollar Tree, if I bought this hunting. Fantastic cast. I've heard really good things about it. De Niro, Paul Dano, Olivia Thirlby, and Julianne Moore, and that is Being Flynn. Like I said, I have heard great things in this about this movie. So looking forward to visiting this at some point. It's a Focus Features film. But once again, not one I've watched yet. But like I said, I've heard great things about it. So it sounds very interesting. It's written and directed by Paul Weitz, who did About a Boy. Movie Hunter says good movie. Seb says I like watching you more than Cinema Sickness. I won't tell him. I'll keep that a secret. Marie says never seen it. That makes two of us, Marie. Like I said, there was only 3 movies in this stack I haven't seen. This, Before I Go to Sleep, and A Beautiful Mind. So the rest of the stuff I have seen, except for the TV show I have. But you'll see that in a few minutes. Next up, this is probably only the second Criterion I've showed you guys, because 12 Angry Men was in the first one. Another movie I have not watched in a very long time. This is still brand new, factory sealed. Bought it when I bought all my other half price Criterions at Barnes and Noble. And is being John Malkovich, which stars John Malkovich as well as Cameron Diaz, John Cusack, Catherine Keener. Wow, Marie's going after Dave. Pop sickness. I think you mean poop sickness. Martinez just is like humor as well. You say all the messages. To be fair, Dave usually has 3 or 4 times the amount of people I do, so there's a lot more messages coming in. And when you're by yourself, it's really tough. Like I will say, it is not easy to read everything coming in and kind of like formulate my thoughts, especially when I'm showing this. Um, Movie Hunter hasn't seen this. Movie Hunter, definitely try to check this out. It's really well done. Um, Marie says, haven't seen it. Marie says, that was Joe's idea. Movie Baseball says, would you watch a reboot of 12 Angry Men called 12 Angry Women? If the right people were cast in it and it was well done, I would watch a reboot called 12 Angry Women. Yes. Andrew says, I want to see it. So, like I said, still brand new, factory sale. You can see the $40 price sticker on there. I paid $20 because I bought it at a half price sale. I actually think I paid less than that because I think I used a Barnes and Noble discount card at the time in which I bought it. So yeah, I went out and decided. I forget. I think I had just gotten like a Christmas bonus or something, and there was like 5 or 6 Criterion I wanted to get, so I bought all of them at a half price sale. And I don't think I've bought a Criterion since, except for a few here and there in like bulk Facebook deals. So Being John Malkovich, great movie. So this is funny. I have this movie still brand new sealed. I have seen it. It is the Velcro Experiment with the slipcover. This I bought off Macari a while ago. As a lot of you guys know, it was in the Dollar Tree sale that just occurred. But I have the original print. You see the Walmart sticker on there from what, October 2017. But like I said, this is an interesting movie. It is like Battle Royale meets, I don't know, Hunger Games? No, they shouldn't make a cat cinematic universe. One movie was quite enough. Hank says, just catching up, Being Flynn is an okay movie, but feels unfinished or at least left with unanswered questions. I hate when movies do that, honestly. Um, but yeah, Velcro Experiment was good. Um, I felt like the movie Mayhem was trying to do what this movie did and didn't do as good of a job as this did. Trashbird says Velcro Experiment Phase 2 needs to happen. I'd be on board for that for sure. Let's see. Any stars in this movie that we've recognized? John Gallagher Jr., Tony Goldwyn, John C. McKinley, Michael Rooker is in it. So, but yeah, I have, like I said, this with the slip. Got it from Macari factory seal, but I did watch this one. I did enjoy that movie. Next up, a movie that was a big disappointment to me. Was very excited about this coming to theaters. I've actually talked about this recently in live streams. You guys have asked me like, what's a movie you were excited to see in theaters that disappointed? The X meets X blurb is so tired and cheap. I hate when releases do that. Oh, yeah, they say Office Space meets Battle Royale. That's what it is. Joey Baseball says, where's Khaleesi? Khaleesi is in the other room with Bridget. So, yeah, this movie was a big disappointment to me, in my opinion. And if you guys watched my worst of 2019, you know that they made a sequel called Benchwarmers 2 Breaking Balls, and it was dog crap. It was horrible. This stars John Heder, David Spade, Rob Schneider, also John Lovitz, Craig Kilborn, Molly Sims, Tim Meadows. I believe it was co-written by Nick Swardson. Yep, Nick Swardson and Alan Covert, produced by Adam Sandler, directed by Dennis Dugan. So, yeah, I just talked about it in the mystery box. I was like, this feels very familiar to me. Joey says, I saw Benchwarmers in the theater, and I don't remember hating it, but I think it's been like 20 years. Yeah, like, how old is this movie? Is this movie only 14 years old? 2006. So, Jacob, I agree with you, man. Um, I just think, you know, whatever. I'm not going to get into it. But Jacob, I agree with what you just texted me. Definitely not all there in the head. But yeah, this is only 14 years old. Once again, this feels like a movie that, like Joey Baseball said, I think it's been like 20 years. That's how old I thought this was. I thought it was like 20 years old. But yet I still own it. So I thought I got it. Not I thought. I got this movie with the intention of showing it to RJ since he loves this kind of movie. And he was getting ready for baseball season. And he's like, oh, I've seen that. And I was like, cool, I wouldn't have bought this. But maybe we'll rewatch it at some point. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. We'll see. Next up, a movie that was talked about earlier, I believe, by Trash Boat. And that is sticker residue. I hate sticker residue. Man, I'm OCD with certain things, and this is one. The suspense is killing you guys. Can you guys figure out what it is? Trash Boat mentioned it earlier. We talked about it. Brendan says I love Benchwarmers. So yeah, maybe I need to just rewatch Benchwarmers. Um, Next up is Bernie with Jack Black, Matthew McConaughey, and Shirley MacLaine. Right, yep. Shirley MacLaine. A very well done movie. This is a Richard Linklater film. Definitely a bit different for Jack Black for sure, and Jack Black is very good in the movie. Um, it's basically about a funeral director, and I'm trying to remember exactly what happens. I'm gonna read this really fast to get a refresh. That's right. He befriends Shirley MacLaine's character, who's an affluent widow, um, well known for her sour attitude as well as her fortune. He travels frequently with her and manages her banking affairs. That's right. And he starts. Okay. Yeah. This is from 2011. So this was actually part of the reconnaissance. So this was this was like part of the reconnaissance. It was right around Dallas Buyers Club. This was part of what he this was in his upward tick. What was the other movie? Mud. He did something else that was highly spoke after. Trash Boat says Bernie, I loved it. Watched it twice in a week. So good. Jack Black needs an Oscar for it, based on a true story. Yeah, The Lincoln Lawyer came out in that time frame. The Lincoln Lawyer is actually a movie that I am very bummed that they didn't do a series because The Lincoln Lawyer is based on a series of novels in which I've read multiple of with the same character, Matthew McConaughey's character in the film. Um, and then he teams up with Harry Bosch, who I believe they made a the show on Amazon about Bosch. So, but I really enjoyed The Lincoln Lawyer. Favorite Matthew McConaughey film? Does The Wolf of Wall Street count because he's in that? But I really like The Lincoln Lawyer. I definitely think that movie is underappreciated. Killer Joe came out around the same time. That's not my favorite McConaughey movie. Very good in it. Dallas Buyers Club is a fantastic film. So, got Bernie there. Next up, I've never seen an episode of this show, but I have seen all of Breaking Bad, and I own this because it was super cheap one year at Big Lots on Black Friday. I don't even know how to open this thing. Is it stuck together? Ugh. It's like stuck together, but it's. So yeah, never seen an episode of this show. I've heard really great things. Have seen. Um, I like Fool's Gold as well. Fool's Gold is actually a pretty good movie. It is Better Call Saul. You got the cool lenticular cover there, and it opens up like a hide the code there. I don't know if the code's been redeemed or not. So it has a cool like a trifold out 3 disc set. I've never seen an episode of it. Like I said, comes with this. That's cool. Like a vinyl postcard it comes with. I've never seen an episode of this. I really did enjoy Breaking Bad, although I watched it after it was off the air, uh, not when it was on anymore. But Better Call Saul. Did you like Sahara? Jesse asks. I don't remember it very well. Raymond says Fool's Gold question mark. Yeah, Fool's Gold I really enjoyed. I've never seen How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Um, Ghost of Girlfriend's Past was good. He was Failure to Launch. I enjoy that. I I think there's a lot of good Matthew McConaughey chick flicks. He did very good like romantic comedies. They were usually very watchable. So J2H says, "Have you seen El Camino? If so, your thoughts." I have not seen El Camino. Um, I'm so far removed from Breaking Bad, so I don't know if I want to watch that. I don't know if I want to try to watch Better Call Saul before I try to watch it. The problem is there's so much I want to watch, but I have not seen um, El Camino, to answer your question. Raymond says, no, I meant What is Fool's Gold? It's a romantic comedy with, I believe it's Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey. I want to say Kevin Hart is also in it. And it's about, like, they have a boat and they're trying to find treasure. I think if I recall that movie correctly. Better Call Saul. What was that? Trish says, Better Call Saul is just as good as Breaking Bad, especially seasons 3 and 4. Yeah, I've seen the Lincoln commercials, Joey. I got it. They do a great job of recapping. No need to watch Better Call Saul first. You have to see Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, I there's a lot I need to watch. There's between all the movies I need to watch. Just looking at my shelves, I need to watch Boardwalk Empire. I need to watch 30 Rock. I need to watch Mindy Project. I need to watch. Like, there's so many shows I either own or I have access to that I need to watch. Josh says, "Sorry, joining late. Is this the second time after that?" Yeah, I got my appointment with the dentist. There won't be a live stream Thursday morning. I mentioned that earlier because I will be at the dentist. So, if you haven't watched Breaking Bad, watch that for. I've seen Breaking Bad, so I have not seen Sons of Anarchy. I'm in trouble with Joe. I haven't seen 24. I haven't seen The Sopranos. So, have you seen the Jim Carrey SNL spoof of the Matthew McConaughey? Yes, I have seen that as well. So, Better Call Saul. I only have season 1. Like I said, I got that cheap. Last but not least, can you guys hear it? Can you hear it? There's a rub going on. Um, like I said, Seb, depending on how the dentist appointment goes, maybe I'll do a live stream Thursday later in the day. It's kind of a question mark depending on how my appointment goes. And yeah, so stay tuned. Like I said, check out my social medias, Facebook or Instagram. I'll post on there. And then last but not least, getting the rub. Um, Trash boat. Have you seen Warehouse 13? No, I have not. This actually, my buddy Martinez Joe got this for me from I believe this was from a Macari deal. I definitely need to revisit this. I know next week they're releasing a steelbook of this. I don't need to buy this on steelbook. The steelbook artwork isn't like mind blowing. It's not something I necessarily need on steelbook. But I do want to get the Tommy Boy steelbook next week. I got to figure out what the price point is on that. Spoiler alert: there's a Tommy Boy steelbook coming out from FYE next week. Need to figure out how I can secure it. Hopefully, it's not too expensive. But the last movie, getting the rub, is John Cusack in Better Off Dead. This from 1985. So I was 1 when this came out. See, Movie Hunter knew before I even showed it. Better Off Dead. Got the rub. Like I said, Martinez Joe got this for me really cheap from a Macari, like a multiple movie deal. Oh. I really enjoy this movie. It's been a long time since I've watched. Martinez Joe says, "I want my $2." Raymond says, "Have you watched Two and a Half Men?" Yes, I have seen that. Marie says hasn't seen it. What? Yeah, this is a funny movie. I really enjoy this. It's been, like I said, a long time. This is another movie. This is rated PG. I could have sworn this was PG-13. Trish Boat says, great movie. John Cusack hated it, said it's his worst movie ever. That's crazy. I enjoy One Crazy Summer as well. What else is there in that? What were some other movies that he did in the 80s span there? There was One Crazy Summer, Better Off Dead. Oh, man. You guys are going to start sending them, and it's going to. He did other movies in that time frame. Noah says eBay has the Steelbook of Tommy Boy for $35. That's insane. I'm gonna have to go on FYE and see. Well, I'm not talking about like the big ones. Sure Thing was another one, which I believe I also own. It's gonna be a while before we get to that. I own the Sure Thing. I believe that's a Shout Factory release. Hot Pursuit is one I've never seen. I think I have it digitally to watch at some point. Frozen Ground was many years late. I'm talking about like mid to late 80s. Money for Nothing. I own that. I have not watched it. I love John Cusack. He's been in so many great movies. Gross Point Blank, High Fidelity is probably one of my favorite John Cusack movies. Say Anything's Good. I think it's a bit overrated. Um, at at this point in time, it's been so overhyped throughout the years. Being John Malkovich is interesting. The one where FYE has Tommy Boy Steelbook for 17.99. So yeah, I might have to order that. I'll see if they have any kind of free shipping deals. I would love to get that Tommy Boy Steelbook. I love the artwork on it. Seth says, "What movies are you going to show RJ next?" We actually made a list of like 9 or 10 things. He was a fan of doing the hat thing like we did. So basically, what we do is at the end of the week when we get RJ, whatever is not left in this hat, we put to the side because these are movies that either RJ would not want to watch or they're not RJ appropriate. And then we'll create an RJ friendly hat and we'll draw movies out of that. He seems to enjoy it. You guys seem to be enjoying this. A lot of people have started doing this or something similar to it. Like Noah does the Deadpool, but it's spelled Pull, and he has a Deadpool head where he pulls the names out of. Aaron has started doing it. Ryan, RB WWE, started doing it. So it's a fun way to pick out a movie and not like him and haul over what I want to watch. Hot Tub Time Machine is good. Has he seen the live action Scooby Doo movies? Yes, he has. So we're going to, like I said, pick out the first movie we're watching today. After this live stream, gotta go out and run a couple errands. Gotta go to the post office and drop off some eBay orders. And then we'll come back and watch a movie. Probably watch a couple today. Also want to mention to you guys that I did a podcast yesterday. It won't be out for another month. So once it gets closer and I have a link to the podcast, I'll share it in videos, and I will also be sure to like make a post about it on Instagram and Facebook. We talked all about Rambo Last Blood. The entire episode was about that. And I was actually invited back in 2 months to do another podcast with them about Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Joey Baseball says, "Why don't you like Scooby Doo?" I never said I didn't like Scooby Doo. I just said I'm not excited for Scoob. Like, man. So, here's the hat. Tons of movies in there. There's probably like 25 movies in here still. So we're going to pick something. If it's in black, it's an older movie, like a movie from the first hat. If it's green, which it looks to be, it is something that is newer to the hat. And today's movie is A Time to Kill on Blu-ray. Joe says, "Come on, VFW." I don't own VFW. I do want to watch it, but I have never seen A Time to Kill. It's been on my to-watch list for a very long time. Um, I've heard amazing things. Speaking of Matthew McConaughey, So this will be a first time watch for me. It's not a first time watch for Bridget. So it's fitting that we pulled a Matthew McConaughey movie out of the hat when we were talking about Matty McConaughey in this live stream quite a bit. So that's it, guys. This live stream has been like an hour and a half between the two parts. Um, yes, I know Trash Boat. Crazy Joe is, we've talked about it, and we talked about it on his podcast that I did. Scoob is supposed to jumpstart a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe. Yes, true story. So yeah, A Time to Kill is what we'll be watching this afternoon. And then if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I do Instagram stories throughout the days. Sometimes I look very tired because it's first thing in the morning. Sometimes my hair is disheveled because I'll be laying down watching a movie. But yeah, I basically go live, and or not live, I add to my story and I draw a movie out of the hat. Ooh, it's windy outside. So I do that for fun. It determines what we watch. And yeah, so today's movie is going to be A Time to Kill. And that's it, guys. Like I said, upcoming like updates to the channel. Yesterday, I dropped a massive video. I did an unboxing of a mystery box from Second Charles. People seem to be really enjoying them. Thank you. Actually, Geriatric Geek just popped in. Bill, what's going on? Bill actually was kind enough. He said, I don't have a Second Charles by me. If you buy me a mystery box, I would buy you one. I'll pay for my shipping on my box. So he was more than generous to do that. I had in my head that I was going to buy 2 additional boxes regardless. So I got 4 total boxes, shipped one out to Geriatric Geek. Opened one, which there was a video for yesterday. Check that out if you guys haven't already. And then I opened one yesterday in real life that will be dropping next Monday. And I have one more to drop the following Monday. So, so we have Second Charles videos dropping on Mondays. And then today I dropped a Sonic the Hedgehog video, like a bonus video, because it's available in stores now. Doing a live stream today. Tomorrow will be another review video, a weekly review video. Thursday, I have an early morning because of my dentist appointment, but I'll be dropping my vivarium video, which is a review. Maybe doing an afternoon live stream. No promises. You might only see me live today and not the rest of the week. And then Saturday will be another pickup video. I believe that video, if I'm not mistaken, has stuff from Martinez Joe and J2H from quite a while ago. You guys they'll laugh when they see it because of how old the stuff is. And then Monday, we're going to do it all over. Another Second Charles, hopefully live streams next week. So plenty of Down to Movie content for all your little hearts to watch and desire and consume. Be sure to go hit like buttons, comment on the videos. I'm always trying to respond to as many comments as possible. And that's it, guys. So thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out for this ridiculously long live stream. And until next time, who's down to movie? Bye, everybody.